I know it's late, but what the hell can I say? Welcome to Q&A number 12 here at the Wrestling Unlimited YouTube channel and Facebook group page. And if you want your questions answered in a future Q&A video, you know the drill on how to get your questions answered. Quick little spoiler alert, since this is being uploaded on Thursday, there will be no Friday Q&A. Next Q&A will not take place until Tuesday, and you can start posting your questions whenever you fucking feel like it for that Q&A. Wherever you want, I guess. Let's get started. I got 3 people answering questions. Come on, guys. You gotta get something going here. The fact that we have 430 people in this group and I can only get 3 people asking questions, excuse me. It's a little pathetic. I'm just saying. Walter Main, push Barry release Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt. Push Kevin Owens. Bury Dean Ambrose. He can't be buried any more than he is. And, I guess by default you release Bray Wyatt. That's a tough blow to release, though. Worst WWE pay-per-view ever. One that stands out is SummerSlam 2010. That's one. Want to go back further, ECW's December to Dismember back in 06. Let's see, what else? WrestleMania 27, WrestleMania 25. If you want to go historical, WrestleMania's 9 and 11. Trying to throw some other non-WrestleManias in there. Royal Rumble 2015. Maybe it's not one of the worst, but anything could have made that. I mean, yeah, you had the triple threat world title match. That was awesome. But when the rest of the show sucks, you know, it doesn't matter as much, just in my opinion. What else? Can't think of any off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some. I know there's some recent ones that I didn't really. Fastlane. That's up there. It's gonna be up there as a forgettable show. If you want to go outside of WWE, Victory Road 2011 in TNA. Back to WWE, Over the Edge 1999. We all know why. Those are just some off the top of my head. What is the best finisher ever, and what is the worst finisher ever? Worst finisher ever is the KO punch from The Big Show. That's pretty obvious. Naomi's little ass thing or whatever, you know, the one diva that can actually wrestle, and the only thing that she can do is fucking smash her ass into someone's face. Wow. Great job, WWE. Best finisher ever. If you're more historical, you'd probably say Hogan's leg drop. I'll go Petey Williams, the Canadian Destroyer. Awesome stuff. Your opinions on the following: Val Venus, Mick Foley, Goldberg, Batista, and Bobby Roode. So much detail. Val Venus, I love the character, but he was a glorified mid-card champion. He didn't really have, I don't think he had the main event tools. Maybe he had the look, but I don't think he had the character of a main event star. Mick Foley, I love Mick Foley. One of the nicest guys you'll meet outside of the ring. I thought that he could go either way with pulling off a great babyface and yet still being able to pull off a great heel. I love the fact that he could balance all 4 of his characters. You had Cactus Jack, you had Dude Love, you had Mankind, and then you had himself, Mick Foley. I love how he could balance all 4 of them and still be able to put on an entertaining show with those characters. It's a shame that he only held 3 world titles and that his world title reigns were short. But let's be real here. I mean, you know, some people look at him as not really world championship material. I tend to disagree. You know, he had the look of he had the look that WWE wants, the big guy. You know, he had the uniqueness, especially being able to pull off 4 fucking characters. He had the mic skills for all 4 of those characters. So, you can say he was a main event guy. He was a top star. He was a world championship guy. You know, I find it hard to believe that people don't agree with that. It's really stupid in my opinion. Goldberg is one of those could have been, should have been, would have been kind of guys. You know, he could have been great in WCW, he should have been great in WCW, and he most likely would have been great in WCW if he was not the top guy at the time that he was. What I mean is how they booked him, you know, especially ending the streak against Kevin Nash at 173-0. The finger poke of doom, and then turning him heel. You know, again, you could have rode that undefeated streak until 200 or 250. You could have made him WCW's biggest star, and instead you kept relying on Hogan, and you kept relying on the older guys. You could have made this guy something, and he turned out to be, you know, not really memorable, honestly. I mean, the winning streak, after that was over, what the fuck was left for him? Just the scraps of what was left of WCW, honestly. Batista, I think that, you know, I think that he was a pretty decent world champion. I definitely liked him better as the heel than a babyface. That doesn't take away from the fact that he was a dick in real life. I'm sorry, but it's true. Especially considering that he left his wife when she had cancer. That's kind of a dick move, in my opinion. Sorry. Bobby Roode, he'll always be known as the face, the top guy of a bad promotion. And a guy that can do wonders in WWE, but ultimately we'll never know. He's getting on the older side, so do you think the WWE would want to take advantage off of him now? I don't know. But, again, he's one of those guys that could swing either way of playing a really good babyface or a really good heel. So, in terms of that, you know, the fans like him. He gets a good following, so, you know, I like him too. I've always have. I felt like TNA has done some really good stuff with him, which is a rare thing for me to say. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Chris Rubio, plans for Undertaker, Brock, Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose, Wyatt, and Harper at SummerSlam. Too many details. I'm just kidding. I could answer all of these, actually. Undertaker, Brock, we've already seen what they have planned for them. Rollins will most likely be facing Cena, and then Reigns, Ambrose are going to team up against Wyatt and Harper, so that answers pretty much all of them. What's next for Kevin Owens and John Cena? Well, I just answered the Cena portion. Who the fuck knows where they're going with Kevin Owens, which is the reason why I said that he needed to win in the first place. I'm sorry, but he did. I'll talk about that at another time, but honestly, he needed to win that match, because now what the hell do you do with him? You could have even made an argument, if he did win that match, where the hell did they go with him? Did they already skyrocket him to the top? Who knows? I think the call-up was early. I think that the call-up... I think that the guy that he called... Oh, how do I say this? Hold on. The guy that he was called up to face shouldn't have been John Cena. Should have been somebody else. I mean, if you're going to automatically skyrocket him up to John Cena, you better capitalize off of him. And you fucking didn't. And that's stupid. Will the Intercontinental Championship be vacated again, or will Ryback still be champion if he's healthy? Well, honestly, you don't really need to take the belt off of him. I mean, they said he's going to be out for a month. The rule is if you can't defend in a month, then you're stripped of the title. So if he's only going to be out the month, then keep the fucking title off of him. Keep the fucking title on him. And then have him defend it when he comes back. Plain and simple. Why do they need to strip him of the championship? I mean, it's not like the title matters anyway. Who gives a shit? Al Costoval will finish off this Q&A with a lot of good questions. Yay. Can't wait to read these. How did Jerry the King Lawler spawn Grandmaster Sexay? Oh my god. I found that hysterical when I found out that Grandmaster Sexay was his son. Oh my god, WWE, what the hell did you do? Oh man, that'll be known as a really a glorified undercard character. I liked Too Cool, but damn, like you could have done so many things with him, and you chose the Dancing Fool. Sorry. Dream WrestleMania card for next year, include build-up if necessary. I can't name a full card, but if you want what I want at next year's WrestleMania, the only way they can fit 110,000 people into that goddamn stadium, very simple. Main event, Sting Taker. Rock Triple H, and then Brock versus maybe John Cena. Very simple. And have Austin appear in some way, shape, or form. I don't want to see Brock versus Austin. Or hell, if you want to do a part 3 of their storyline, forget about Sting Taker, do Brock Taker 3. You know, that's a big problem. I can't name anything from WrestleMania, from the WrestleMania card. I can't name anything that I want. That's really sad. It's true. I'm looking at next year, WrestleMania 32. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's never a good thing, especially when you're considering that it's WrestleMania. Sad. It is very fucking sad. Which couple will breed the better wrestler? Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, or Cena and Nikki Bella? The better pure wrestler? Probably Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. The guy that is going to be liked by the company the most? Probably Cena and Nikki Bella. Sorry, IWC. Who has the greatest wrestling bloodlines? If you mean the greatest wrestling family, it's gotta be the Harts. I mean, I don't like Bret Hart that much, but it's gotta be the Harts. I'm sorry, it's gotta be. Why am I curious about genetics this time around? I don't fucking know. Alec, come on. Gotta think of something else, man. Top 3 best wrestlers outside of the WWE. You can include tag teams, and would you want them in the WWE? Well, to be fair, I don't really watch much of the independents, so by default, I'll automatically go TNA guys. AJ Styles was number 1, Bobby Roode's number 2, and probably Austin Aries number 3. Would I want any of them in the WWE? Probably Bobby Roode. I want to see him get at least one run. AJ Styles would probably be the guy to go down to NXT, same with Austin Aries. But in terms of a main card run, I think I'd probably go Bobby Roode. Favorite title? The Hardcore title. That's going to be a lot of people's answers, and that's my answer. Honestly, I like everything that they did with it. I like the people that they put the belt on. I like the stunts and the funny skits that they did with it. I thought it was hilarious. It's awesome. I mean, honestly. Favorite promotion, past or present, outside of WWE? 2012 TNA was number 1, and WWE wasn't even a thought for me. But right now, I can't name one. Again, I don't watch much of the independents, so probably it's WWE all day, every day, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care about TNA at the moment. Haven't watched ROH in a couple weeks. So, there you go. Will you ever be interested in the Divas division? If so, what will it take? Let's say a Klondike bar. It may take that. WWE needs to stop hiring skinny actors that don't actually look... sorry, actresses. Excuse me. Actresses. There you go. Fuck you. They need to start hiring women that actually have some wrestling ability. They need to stop hiring the skinny model and start hiring like some actual eye candy. I'm sorry, but the Divas today is probably at the weakest it's been in history, and that's really sad. You know, where are the days of Trish and Stacy and Tori, Mickie James, you know, Ashley, Maria, Kanellis, who else? There are plenty of more, but what happened to those days? Like, honestly. I mean, look at fucking Summer Rae. What? No. She doesn't look good, I'm sorry. I love Cameron and Naomi. I love Nikki Bella. I hate Paige. Passionately. Up yours, IWC. Hate Paige. I don't like Alicia Fox. I hate Tamina. Even the NXT titles that got called up, they're not exactly the best on the eye. Sorry, but it's true. Charlotte to me looks like a guy. Honestly. You need people with wrestling ability, and you need to devote the time to them. That's another thing. You know, it's one thing that if you're not giving them time because they're not best talent or whatever, but if you do wind up getting talent in the Divas division, give them the time they need. Devote time to them. Give them a promo. Give them a 10 to 15 minute match on a pay-per-view. Stop wasting 5 minutes on a stupid Divas match that no one cares about. Honestly. So until they actually do something to improve it, no, I don't have any interest in the Divas division. I'm sorry if you are offended or if anyone else is offended by what I'm saying, but I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. It's very simple. If it's popsicle, is it actually possible? Next question. Did you like Kim Possible? A fucking Kim Possible question. In order for me to like that show, I'd actually have to watch it. And I didn't watch it. So, I guess by default, no. Does Vince have at least... does Vince have at least one more "you're fired" in him? Or is it all Steph and Triple H now? I'm pretty sure if the network numbers slip, Vince McMahon will be back on television sometime soon. And he will be ready to fire somebody. Where is Eugene? That's a good question. I like Eugene. I liked the character that he had. You know, the fans were behind him. Company was behind him. So where the hell did he go? I mean, honestly. Dude, that's a great question. I liked Eugene. I wish that he'd come back. Do you like to yell the New Age Outlaws entrance catchphrase where no one is around, or is that just me? No, I've done it before too. You know, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that have done it and just won't admit that they have. But I'll be honest, I have before. Can we do a no DQ show in WPW character just for once? Just once for shits and giggles. Why not? Sure, I could pull out my mind, you could pull out your ATM, and Tyler could pull out his Your Hero shit, and we'll have a fucking blast doing a three-way WPW style match. No disqualifications on WEXP, motherfuckers. Why was the end of Battlegrounds a no contest instead of a disqualification? Well, let me answer this in the most smart-ass way I can. Because in order to do that, WWE would actually have to give a shit about detail. And they don't. They haven't for a decade, and they probably will never do again. Very simple. And if you're wondering why I'm moving my mouth, I'm just chewing gum. So people are like, why is he moving his mouth? Because I fucking can. That's why. But yeah, that's pretty much why. It's not like it would have mattered anyway. I mean, Seth would have still retained the title even if it was a no contest or a disqualification. It really wouldn't have mattered anyway. So thanks for submitting questions. Again, there will be no Friday Q&A. The next Q&A is Tuesday. Watch some of the other videos that I've posted over the last couple of weeks. And then officially 3, 2, 1. Ooh, 20 minutes.